Hey friends, I was just working on this already finely tuned piece of excellent German engineering. Speaking of excellent engineering, let's go talk about some American guns.
It's the intro!
Good day. I'm a bald veteran with a beard, and as you know, that makes me an internet firearms expert. Hi, I'm Matt. Welcome to 50 Caliber Karma.
And here's the
Alright
video.
guys, today we are talking about your traditional 22, your standard shooter, your quintessential carbine, your prolific pew-pew if you will. We're talking about the Ruger 1022 carbine. I opted for the carbine instead of the rifle because it's what they had in stock, and I don't think they actually make the rifle anymore, which comes without the barrel band. I didn't want the takedown because I wanted to spend only $250. And so what I did was I walked into the store with $250 and I filled out my 4473 and walked out with a 1022. Well, 10 days later, California, that's how we roll. I don't know what I can say about the 1022 that hasn't already been said 100, 1,000 times before, but I'm gonna anyway. It holds a 10 round rotating box magazine. It is available in 20, 30, and even 50 round configurations. Illegal here in California, of course. It's a simple load it in the bottom and pull back. If you want to lock the bolt back, there's a little switch right here in front of the trigger guard, which you have to hold down, and you pull back, and it will lock the bolt back. I'm not going to pull the trigger for you because, again, which we've discussed earlier, it would cause a clicking sound, which would mute me for a few seconds, and I don't like that. And also because this is a 22, which is not safe to dry fire without a dummy round in. The reason for this is because the rim of the cartridge is actually where the primer is. So instead of a pin, the firing pin going right in the center of the cartridge, and so when there's no cartridge, it goes out in the air, it will go into the rim of the chamber face, and it will slam together, and it can actually damage the firing pin. As you can see here, I've got the standard wood furniture. I don't know what it is. I would assume it's walnut. They seem to use walnut for everything. And by they, I mean the gun industry. They just love walnut for whatever reason. It is a pretty wood. It's useful. It's hard. I like the standard stock. A lot of people like to replace these with Tapcos or Magpuls or Boyds or whatever. If I wanted a fancier stock, I would have bought a fancier rifle. I want a workaday rifle that I can take out, and not be afraid to bang up or jam up or bang up against an ATV or drop in a saddlebag or what have you, and that I can go out and just fire a few rounds off with my daughter or my friends and just have a good time. It's going to cost me only a few cents a round. We can plink with this thing all day. It's tack driver accurate out to about 50 meters. People can take them out to 100 at that range, and a little further. 22 starts to get a little unreliable as far as accuracy and punch. It does come with a accessory rail. It's got screws up here that I can take out, and I could put the rail on and screw it back in if I wanted to mount a scope that way, or I could directly mount scope rings onto these accessory points if I had the right 1022 scope rings, which they actually sell a myriad of scope rings for 1022s. If I do put a scope ring on, or if I do put a scope on, I'm going to get the lifters that allow me to still see the iron sights below the scope if I want to. So if I decide that I just want to shoot iron sights, or if something's a little closer, or if I crack my scope, I can still shoot and shoot accurately. To disassemble, it's really easy. You need an Allen wrench though, and then you can just take this barrel band off, and then you take this out, and then the whole thing just pops right out. And that's how it's so easy to switch between different types of stocks, switch out barrels, what have you. Personally, I wouldn't bother because, again, I wanted a budget rifle that would serve me well, and that's what I got. I got a budget rifle that would serve me well. I have had 1022s before. They are always reliable, always good rifles to have, and I highly recommend them for you, your children, your friends, your parents, your grandparents, your cousins, uncles, aunts, anybody you think might enjoy a gun and you just want to go out and spend $300 on them, including D-Rose and tax. Go get them at 1022. Nobody's going to be upset that you got them at 1022. Nobody's upset about having a 1022 in their gun cabinet. And honestly, if they're a gun owner, there's a really good chance they already have a 1022 in their gun cabinet. And everybody loves to have more of what they already have, except for debt and taxes. Like I said, there's not so much I can say. It's great. There are a few downsides because it is a $250 rifle. It is a budget rifle, and so the finish isn't always exactly what it could be. There's a few rough spots on the stock. The back corners of the butt stock are a little sharp. Nothing I can't fix with a little emery paper, Scotch-Brite pad, some very fine grit sandpaper. It's got a little plastic end cap on here on the rounded carbine style buttstock. The rifle actually comes with a straight ended buttstock. Interesting little tidbit there. These are available in wood or synthetic furniture. And, go to your local sporting goods store, pick up one. Pick up two for this price. You could pick up a dozen for the same price as a really nice match grade 1911. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stand by that. So hey, go out, put some rounds down range, have a good time with your friends, because that's what it's all about. We shoot guns because it's fun. We shoot guns to protect our family, protect our loved ones. We shoot guns to put meat on the table. This is a fun one. You have a good day, and burritos are sandwiches. So are hot dogs, wraps, and gyros.
That is the end. Go home.